Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channels. MartinLogan ceiling speakers. I'm going to show you what they're all about. Are they worth it? How to install them? If you want to know more, watch this video. Welcome back, guys. Okay, so this video is taking a bit of a different direction. I am going to have to voice over this because the microphone was picking up all the wind noise and you could not hear anything. So let me try and do the step by step. Comment down below if you guys do like this sort of thing, and I will try and do it more often. So this patio section we are going to be closing off. I want to install some ceiling speakers, but not just any old ceiling speaker. I'm going for MartinLogan, my newfound favorite brand, and they've not let me wrong at any time so far. These are costly, but not too bad. They are around 16,000 South African rands or $1,000. That's for a set. So, not cheap, but quality system. When you are doing normal in ceilings, in a Atmos or in a small cinema, you can get away with going for cheaper ceiling speakers, depending on the system. If it is a huge THX system, then still stick with the equivalent speakers. But here we're going to be doing audio, so I want good audio. Let me take you through the stuff that you're going to be needing when you get into the ceiling. Firstly, like I showed, you need a jigsaw, battery powered if possible, a light to see what you're doing. You need your speaker wire, a good set of OFC speaker wires. These are custom install links. They are bi-wired, so you can split them in the ceiling if you want, or you can bi-wire your speakers straight on one strand. I did do a video a while back just on speaker wires and the links wires. I'll put a link in the description for you guys to go back and have a look at that. So next thing you're going to need, you need a tape measure, and you also need a pencil or something to make marks with. When you are getting into the ceiling, if you have a helper, it's good. Then you can, tell them to get this, do that, go and check here, but I did not. So if you don't have a helper, make sure everything is on yourself. So you don't need to go up and down the roof all the time. That can be very tiring and very irritating if you have worked in a roof before. Okay, so the process of doing this. I'm going to be doing the unboxing. Then after that, I'll get into the ceiling and I will install these speakers. But to take with you, also, like I showed there, take your Leatherman or a knife or a screwdriver, something to make a hole. The tape measure and the pencil is when you are in the roof to measure to see that you are equal parts of the roof, equal parts of the room from the left to the right, etc., and then see that there are no beams, wires, anything that's going to be in your way. Then you can make a hole. You can also cut from above if you do have enough space to work there. Underneath, if you do have a helper, he can hold a bucket so all the dirt falls in the bucket. But in my instance, I know this roof is horrible. I'm only going to get up to make the marks, see that there's nothing in the way, leave the speaker wire close by, hooked onto something. So when I make the hole, I can then easily put my hand through that cavity and grab the speaker wire. Okay. You will see that these custom install cables come in a drawer box. Drawer box is very nice doing custom install jobs or your own DIY projects, because you can just leave the box and just run with the cable and it will unfold itself. Okay, now what we've all been waiting for, we are getting to the unboxing of the MartinLogan MC8 ceiling speakers. These do come in a pair in South Africa. But overseas, I did see they sell them each. So they were $4.99 each, or they were 16,390 or something per pair. There we have our normal manual. Keeping in mind these are custom installs, so you won't get too much of niceties in unboxing. This is more for custom installers, and you get the product and you get the basic manual that does come with it. It is nice to go through there and to see the different things that they offer, and it's a nice thing to read. Someone like myself, same but different. But if you've not done this before, I highly recommend that you read everything in the manual, look at all the pictures. They will also show you more or less what I am going to be explaining to you now. Okay, let's look at what else is in the box. Here we have set templates, which is highly needed. You have a center point. You can take that and you can mark your speaker from underneath or in the ceiling as needed. Okay, time for the beauty. Man, I really like the way MartinLogan does their speakers. We'll get into this shortly. Obviously, by now I've already unboxed this and seen it, so spoiler alert, they are nice. Okay, so there we can see the crossover assembly and the magnet. Nice crossover assembly, magnet, nice binding posts, very well made, and especially at this price point, very cool. You can always add a box in the ceiling, which I recommend to cover all your components and give it a bit more bass. Okay, magnetic grills off, and those can be sprayed any color you want. Then we get to the driver. Just look at this. Absolute MartinLogan all the way with that carbon Kevlar composite. Even on the tweeters, on all of their stuff, they have the folded motion ribbon tweeter. Sublime. These things, man, I can't talk about them enough and how they sound, but how does that look for a ceiling speaker? If you guys have seen a lot of ceiling speakers, you'll know. If you know, you know. Then this installs in the same fashion as a lot of ceiling speakers, where it has the ears where as soon as you screw them down, they pop open, and if you unscrew them again, the legs pop out, so you can take them out of the ceiling. Okay, that is basically it on the unboxing. There's nothing more in the box. This is the 8-inch variants, as you know, MC8, and you also get the 6, and I think there is a 4. So depending on use, if it's going to be like here where there's a patio area and it's going to be music and you have no subwoofers, 8-inch all the way to get as much bass as possible from the speaker. And I've yet to put my boxes in there, but I still need to get back into the ceiling, just make an MDF or a wooden box and just go and place it over with some glue to glue it to the ceiling. Yeah, that will be a project for another time when I feel like getting back into that ceiling, which is an absolute nightmare. Okay, here you can see this roof rat in the roof. There is my ceiling, and this is still where it's quite easy to work, but you need to start climbing over. Holes are completed, the wire is hanging through. Here we have the ceiling speakers installed and happy chappy. I still need to paint that ceiling. It is done by now, but yeah, by the time of the video it was not done. And this is a little demo. I just finished the install on those speakers. I played a little demo. Unfortunately, I can't play copyright music, so I had to stick to the royalty-free stuff. But all I can say is MartinLogan does not disappoint, no matter what they do. Those ceiling speakers, the detail, the bass, everything is immense. Highly recommended, guys. They will be in store. Check link down low. Contact me if you need them. I've never heard a ceiling speaker perform like this one. Guys, like always, please like, subscribe, stay safe. Until the next one, cheers, bye.